I am obsessed with this band, and today I'll tell you why. Hey friends, welcome back. So recently I discovered Glass Beams, this amazingly hypnotic and trippy band that frankly I think everyone needs to know about. So I figured I'd make this video to share them with you as well. Also, I think this band is going to be big in the future, so I wanted to post this before that happens. Now, to state the obvious here, Glass Beams did not tell me to say any of this. In fact, they don't even know I exist. So I just wanted to put this out here on the interwebs so that more people can discover them just like I did. Alright, so let's dive in. So Glass Beams was formed in Melbourne, Australia in 2020 with founding member Rajan Silva alongside two other unnamed and as of yet still unknown members. Now, according to their biography page on their record label Ninja Tunes website, the founder, Rajan, as a child, was heavily inspired by his dad's extensive record collection, which featured several Bollywood vocalists as well as American blues artists like B.B. King and Muddy Waters. Also, in particular, he was most inspired by a special DVD that he would watch on repeat called Concert for George, which was basically a tribute concert to commemorate the first anniversary of George Harrison, from the Beatles, passing. It was filmed in 2002 in London and featured many of George's close friends and fellow musicians, like Eric Clapton, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Tom Petty, Ravi, and his daughter Anushka Shankar, and many others. So this idea of blending Eastern and Western musical influences together clearly made an impact on the young Rajan Silva, because he would later go on to use these same themes to form the basis of his musical project, Glass Beams. Now, I discovered them about a month ago from their Mahal EP live performance music video here on YouTube, which as of the making of this video already has 2.7 million views. And since discovering them, I just can't stop listening. As I said, they're hypnotic and mesmerizing, and their overall sound is unlike anything else I've ever heard. So we'll talk more about that in a second, but getting back to their music videos, about a week ago they released another live performance video on their channel called One Raga to a Disco Beat, which also sounds really cool, is chock full of Eastern influences, and has impeccable vibes. So I would also recommend checking out that video as well. Now, the most unique thing about this band is their overall style. And I'm not just talking about their musical style, but also their set design, their wardrobe, and especially their most distinctive feature, the face masks. So according to Google, the reason they wear these crystal chandelier looking gold bejeweled glass masks is to essentially obscure their identity so that the focus remains on the music and not on the physical appearance of the people playing the music. So from a practical standpoint, it does make a lot of sense, but on the other hand, it also adds to the mystery of this band because no one actually knows what they look like. In fact, out of the three of them, I'm not even sure who the founding member, Rajan, is. So that's pretty interesting. Also, as a side note, when they performed live on KEXP about 3 weeks ago, they didn't even talk at all with the host, DJ Jewel, before they started playing or even after they were done with their set. They just made these motions. And to top all of that off, none of their songs so far even have lyrics, so no one even knows what their voices sound like either. So yet again, as we said, the emphasis is placed solely on the music, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, speaking of that music and their overall aesthetic and vibe, I think this comment on one of their videos put it best. This music is what the inside of a lava lamp sounds like. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Basically, this music has a mystical, psychedelic, instrumental, dark, desert, mysterious tone that's very alluring and just kind of captures your attention and doesn't let go. When you're listening to this music, it's as if your brain has been transported into the center of a shimmering, swirling crystal ball, and you're just kicking back and enjoying the ride. It's very creative music that blends the East and the West together, and basically has a solid foundation of both Indian and Middle Eastern vibes. So overall, because their style is 10 out of 10, and they also have that air of mystery surrounding them, I think both of these factors are definitely working to their advantage. Now, being that this band shares a few similarities with the US-based band Khruangbin, a lot of people online lately have been comparing the two. For example, this comment on one of their videos that says, "First Khruangbin, and now this. A new era is upon us." Or this one, which calls Glass Beams a, quote, "evil Khruangbin," which is kind of funny, and honestly I see their point. Glass Beams and Khruangbin do share some similarities. For example, both have 3 band members, consisting of a drummer, a bassist, and a guitarist. Both bands are also more about the music and the overall vibes, and less about the lyrics, although Khruangbin does have some words in some of their songs. And both bands also wear costumes. With the exception of the drummer, Khruangbin wears wigs, and then Glass Beams wears masks. But that's about where the similarities end. These two are quite different in a lot of ways as well. For example, the most obvious one is that we see all of the faces of the members of Khruangbin, and then with Glass Beams, we don't. Also, as far as the music itself, Glass Beams is a lot more Middle Eastern sounding and mystical, and Khruangbin is more 1960s inspired Thailand funk. They're both great. I love them both. They're both awesome, but they do have those notable differences. And to my mind, it's kind of like when people compare South Park to Family Guy. They're kind of similar, but not really. You know what I mean? Now, judging by some of the YouTube comments on their videos, you can already tell that this band and their unique style is definitely connecting with people. For example, here's just a few of them. Praise to the algorithms for this. Why can't I stop listening to this? Haven't heard psychedelia like this in a very long time. Respect. No words, no faces, just music. Gives me chills. Mahal will be my therapy for the next 6 months. Listening to Glass Beams tracks feels like you're in a majestic oasis in a vast desert, chillin'. Arabic, Turkish, Persian, and Indian plus magic equals Glass Beams. So relaxing and interesting all at the same time. Just discovered this today. I'm already hooked in a very good way. Amazing, bro. I'm living in New York and working as an Uber driver, so whenever I turn on this music, passengers are enchanted. And last of all, I had to add my own 2 cents in there as well. Here before this band gets really big. Such awesome vibes. Now, about 6 months ago, there was also a Guardian article about them with the title, "One to Watch, Glass Beams." So with a title like that, it's pretty clear that they're also predicting that this band will go far. And as they say in the article, quote, "With only a few tracks to their name, Glass Beams already have sold-out shows, a rapidly growing social media following, and 1.1 million monthly Spotify listeners. With music this good, anonymity is just part of the appeal." Unquote. So with that article, plus their recent performance on KEXP that we mentioned, plus the fact that their US tour is starting later this month, and judging by the Facebook photos of their previous tour, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely awesome. All of this stuff indicates that the hype for this band has been building up, and that over the next several months and years, it's only gonna get bigger. Now, so far they've only released 2 EPs, Mirage in June 2021 and Mahal in March 2024. Mirage has 4 tracks with a runtime of 19 minutes, and Mahal has 5 tracks, also with a runtime of 19 minutes. So basically, as of right now, they only have 9 songs total, but those 9 are really great. My favorite song on Mirage is the title track, Mirage, and my favorite song on Mahal is Black Sand. Really cool song. Now, as a side note, with both of their EPs being called Mirage and Mahal, maybe their first album will be called Mirrors. I mean, think about it. It's an M-name title. Mirrors are made of glass, and they reflect beams of light. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, getting back to their current releases, both of those EPs are available on vinyl records from their Bandcamp page, including the standard black variety, as well as colored variants like orange vinyl and green marbled vinyl, which looks really cool. However, since they've pretty much sold out by now, finding one in the wild is going to be like finding a unicorn. Very rare. However, that being said, I would still love to get my hands on one of them. So, Glass Beams, if you're watching this, my P.O. box is in the video description down below. Just saying. Alright, but seriously, I cannot wait to listen to their first album whenever it's going to be released, because I just know that it will be worth the wait. Just like the Avatar sequels. Now, my final thoughts on the band are this. It's clear to me that they have intentionally crafted a very unique and creative persona, music, and image that they want to present to the world, and it's unlike anything else out there right now. The last few weeks, I've been listening to all their music on repeat, and it just gets better and better with every listen. So needless to say, I'm already a huge fan of their work, and I figured they were worth giving a shout out today on the channel because I love discovering new music like this, and I just wanted to share it with you guys as well. So if you want to start listening to them, feel free to do so. Now's the perfect time, I think, to jump on board. All of their socials will be down in the video description below, and if you do start listening to them, be sure to wear headphones for the best experience. That's what I love to do. Also, if you already bought Glass Beams vinyl records before they sold out, or bought any records lately for that matter, and you're looking for some quality vinyl record cleaning products to keep everything nice and shiny and sounding great, then feel free to check out the cleaning products that I've included in the video description down below as well. Alright, now today's song of the day is Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Great song. And if you have a suggestion for a song of the day as well, post in the comments down below and you might see it in a future video. Now, what recent bands have you discovered that you would like to recommend? Let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps me out in the algorithm. And if you love vinyl records and music related stuff, feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell notification right down there so you won't miss out on the new videos. And most importantly of all, have a fantastic day, stay safe, and keep spinning that vinyl.